Hey folks, it's Borders Dude here. I'm back with a Figure Force video. This time I'm going to do an unboxing of the very last figure in the Entrance Greats line from Mattel. It is of course Elias. I do need to do a bit of housekeeping just before I get on to Elias, as the last video I made, which was a brief history on the Elite range, I mentioned the Elite range had been going on for 20 years, or just about 20 years. That is of course incorrect. The Elite range came out in 2010 and it's now 2019. So 9 years, a little bit off there with the maths. Taking a look at the packaging art first of all, this was done really brilliantly with the Entrance Greats, giving you that sort of stage ramp entrance for the front of the packaging, and at the back you can see a lovely photoshopped image of Elias playing his guitar in a ring. Here's Elias out of the packaging and in the similar pose to the one you've seen. In the packaging, I can't get it quite exact because he doesn't have as much support when he's out of the packaging as expected, and the stool has no friction, so he slides off it quite a bit. This is as close as I could get, which is a bit of a shame, but it still looks quite good and is a neat display option. So let's get that closer look at Elias. Let's start with that marvellous head sculpt. That is using Mattel's TrueFX technology, which captures the individual wrestler as close as possible, and that's pretty awesome. That looks exactly like the actual wrestler Elias. Pulling back a little bit and just taking a look at his attire, he doesn't really have much in the way of attire, but what he does have here is pretty true and reflective to the individual character, coming in with those sort of premium fancy scarves as well as the fancy armbands, which you can see there as well. He's got them on both wrists, and just a plain pair of jeans and a plain belt, as well as just a plain pair of boots. That's pretty much how you will see Elias on WWE television. Again, if we just take a look at the back, you know, there's nothing else really to show there apart from obviously the back of the figure, but again, it's just amazing that the amount of attention to detail they have gave this wrestling character. In terms of the articulation that you get with Elias, it's pretty standard Mattel Elite fare with the 26 points. There might be even a little bit less on Elias just because of his wrestling attire. He doesn't have the thigh twist as an example. The accessories you get with Elias apart from the clothing are the plain black stool, which he'll sit on to play his guitar. You get this guitar, which is painted to look like the guitars he does play when he's in the ring, and this is breakable. It's also dated Mattel 2012. So I'm guessing another wrestler they've released, possibly the Honky Tonk Man, had a guitar that smashed. The main gimmick and selling point of the Entrance Greats is this little display stand. Now, as you can see, it does have a speaker on it, and this will typically play a wrestler's entrance music. However, in the case of Elias, it is a little bit different. This is the demo mode.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
And I've not tried this yet myself. This is the main mode, which is probably the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Hello, I am Elias. I've got one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias?
Which is pretty much what he does in the ring. My final thoughts on Entrance Greats Elias. Now, in the UK, this is the only way that in mass retail that we as collectors can get an Elias figure, as the figure released in one of the earlier Elite waves. For some reason, the Elias didn't reach us in that wave revision, which was a bit strange, as he's quite an up-and-coming and very popular character in the WWE at the moment. But we have him now at mass retail. At the moment, it's at Smith's Toy Superstores for a reasonable price, and it's a pretty cool representation of the wrestling character Elias. Definitely worth a pickup. Well folks, that's my look at WWE Entrance Greats Elias by Mattel. Thank you very much to the people who have subscribed to me and keep supporting me. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to my channel and new to the Figure Force guys, you'll see links for their pages just popping up just now. Please do like this video, share it if you can, and if you aren't a subscriber, I'd love you on board. And as always, until next time guys, please be excellent to each other.